Enzo. Enzo, how do you find the balance between playing in a game that you're 3-0 up in the first leg, weighing that up against the really important Fulham League game on Sunday?
No, we try to prioritize always the next match. The next match is tomorrow night. That for us is an important game because can give us the opportunity to reach a semi-final in a European competition. So that is the first one, and then hopefully we can reach the semi-final and focus on Sunday game.
Has the Ipswich result made it slightly more difficult to kind of focus more on the next game? Do you have no choice but to think of Fulham, and especially the way that the other teams in and around the Champions League places are picking up results at the moment?
They are the Premier League games. They are the 6 games we have. They're gonna be all important, all final. But at the same time, I think all the clubs, all the teams that we are involved in Champions League spot, we are all going to win games and draw points until the end. I said already many times that when we win a game at this stage, you see yourself there and you are happy. And when you don't win a game, you can, be a little bit sad or upset. But it's how you manage in this moment the emotion. We have been there, and we would like to be there at the end of the season.
And you spoke this week about the environment after the Ipswich game. Ahead of another home game, what's your message to the supporters, and what's your message to your own players about the tactical approach?
The message is always the same. Us, with our support, our fans, we are better team, we are stronger. Sometimes I completely understand that us as a team, we need to engage the fans, something that probably Sunday we were not able to do it, especially for that 20-25 minutes. So it's also on us to be good enough and to engage our fans, because we knew this season, we saw this season that when we were able to engage them, they support us in every game.
Enzo, do you still have belief in your approach that it can entertain the fans, that it can be that style of football that they want to see?
If
your style of football, do you still believe in it, that it's going to be the kind of style that they will enjoy?
First of all, 100%, and then also because I'm not able to do a different kind of style. So in case I'm not the one to do a different kind of style.
And can you just remind people, I mean, we've seen a lot of your teams when they're playing well and when they're struggling. Can you remind people of what are the tactics that you'll always keep the same, and what do you change a little bit maybe for the opposition or for the players you have?
No, the only thing I can say is that I think the last 6 PL games at home, we face Southampton, Leicester, Wolves, West Ham, Spurs and Ipswich. We won 5 or 6, and probably the one that the people more enjoy has been the Spurs one. But Spurs was the only team in the last 6 games at home that they were trying to press higher. So this is the reason why probably we attack more and we attack more quick. But against the rest, that they just wait inside the box, it's a different game. So we need to learn how to play different kind of games, and then we change tactically. We change game by game. We change even during the game. The last game against Ipswich, we start in one way first half, and then half time we change things. So we try always to give to the players the opportunity to win the game, create chances, and try to do the right things.
Simon.
Hey Enzo, why is the fans so important to you? I was looking at something you said, for example, Leicester last season. You actually said the day my idea is doubted, at the day after I will leave. Why is it so important to you? Because you even talk about it on social media. Do you think it can make the difference between Champions League football and not, the fans and the atmosphere?
Yeah, no, I think football belongs to the fans because they are the main part. And as a team, as a club, when your fans, they support you, I think it's important because, first of all, the players, they can receive that feeling, and it's important. Also, as I said, I think we need to be good enough to engage them In the last game, unfortunately, for 25 minutes, I think we were not good enough to engage them. But the first 20 minutes and the second half, I think the team did enough to win the game. Also because when you are 0-2 at home, with that moment, with that environment, it's more complicated to come back in the game, and we did that quite well. And the fans, I think, for me, they are important because they are the main part of any club in the world.
Obviously, you sort of sometimes you're getting a bit of abuse from the stand. There was actually some sort of shouts near where I was aimed towards you. Can you hear them? And does it sort of put you off at all? Does it upset you?
Me personally, no, because I was focused on the game. To be honest, I was just focused on the game. I try always to be focused on the game to see what is going on, to see if we need to change things, if everything is working well. So I try to be focused on the game.
And on a lighter note, with all this sort of pressure you're under to get Champions League football and deliver a first trophy for Chelsea under this ownership, how do you relax? Is there sort of like music that you listen to that particularly helps you? And what kind of music do you play? Perhaps on the car drive home or something?
I try because sometimes I'm away from my country, so from Italy. Most of the time I try to play Italian music that bring me bring me at home, so in different environment. So most of the time is Italian music.
Can you name any artists?
One of them is Pino Daniele, that unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but is my Italian preferred one.
Andy?
So I'm going to have to follow up on that now, I'm afraid, Enzo, and ask, what kind of music is that?
It's from my very close where I born, from my region, and it's quite easy music. It's not how do you say? Heavy. Yeah, it's relaxed music.
We would say easy listening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's kind of chill down music rather than pump up kind of music.
Depends
yeah.
on the moment.
Yeah. We won't see your car vibrating as you go out of the training ground then with the bass line. Can I just ask as well? The team's been in the top four quite a few weeks. It's dropped out of the top four at the moment, and you're in the Conference League. Obviously, the Champions League is the ultimate goal. Do you feel, like I said, that this team is a young team? Is it ready to make 2 steps up as quickly as next season? In your mind?
In my mind, I think the team is ready, and the reason why I said that is because I think we prove this season. I think even if sometimes from outside sometimes it's difficult to see that, but in the last 2 years, Chelsea has been top 4 0 times. This season we have been top 4 most of our season. So this is, I don't know the reason why I was not here last season 2 years ago. So I'm not judging what's happened last year or 2 years ago. I'm just judging this season. And this is the reason why I think fans, they have to trust us, they have to trust the team, they have to trust the club, what we are doing now. And the reason why is because if in the last 2 seasons Chelsea was 0 times top 4, and this season we spent almost our season top 4, I think it's a big proof that the team is improving and is doing the right things. Now, is enough? For me, no, because I would like to fight with this club for titles, for Premier League, for Champions League. But in the same time, I think we have to be realistic and see that this team, this season, is improving. Is there, is numbers. In the last 2 years, 0 times top 4. This season, almost all season. I think it's quite clear that we are in the right direction. Now, again, it's enough? For me, no, because I would like to fight with this club for important things. And we are going to fight for important things. But at the same time, the fans and everyone also in this room, I think it's correct to trust us because we are doing the right things. Now we are not in the top 4, unfortunately top 5, so we are not happy. We're going to try to finish there. But it's a proof that we are doing the right things.
Is that one of the sort of the counters to that might be you're going in the right direction, but maybe not fast enough to keep the fans happy.
Yeah, but I'm in terms of fast, for me, yes, we are going fast because this is my first season. So for me, we are going fast. Now, again, what's happened last year or 2 years ago, I was not here. I don't have an idea. I'm not going to judge because it's difficult. But this season, we are going. We can reach European semi-final. That, yes, for sure it's not Champions League. But at the end, it's European competition. We have been top 4 all season, almost all season. Compared to last 2 seasons, where the team has been 0 times top 4, I think it's quite clear that the direction is the right one. The style is the right one. Before Ipswich game, we were the 3rd best defenders after Arsenal and Liverpool, and the 3rd or 4th best attacking. That show, that they are numbers, that show that the team is doing well. Now, unfortunately, we didn't win against Ipswich. We are all upset, and we're going to try to win more games from now on to reach the Champions League spot.
Peter?
Hi, Enzo. Just on the point about regaining, and taking the fans' trust and asking for the fans' trust and support, do you feel you've got less time or have had less of that because of the past 2 seasons, because Chelsea have been outside of the top 4?
Listen, to be honest, if fans complain because after 4 minutes our keeper give the ball away, if I am one of the fans, I also complain. But sometimes also they complain with something that probably they cannot see, but it's a planned game. So it depends game by game. Again, if they complain because last year or last 2 years, I don't know. The only thing I can say is that the fans with us, they have been always good. Sometimes they are not happy, but when you are 0-2 at home against Ipswich, and we are making some mistake, it's normal that they are not happy. That's why I said we have to be good enough to engage the fans. Against Spurs was a perfect environment, and I said immediately after the game, because probably we were able to engage the people. But the problem is that most of the time the people is engaged when the game is quick, for instance Spurs. But when the game, they sit back and the game is not quick, they are not engaged. But it's not because of us, it's because the opposite.
I wanted to ask you about engaging with the fans. So is it just about what the style, basically? Is that how you want the players to engage with the fans? Because you mentioned that.
No, but when you attack and you create chances, I don't think the first 20 minutes, the environment was top. We create chances, we could score 3-4 goals the first 20 minutes. Then we start to make some mistake, especially in the build-up with Robert, and they start to complain. 9 of 10, it's normal that they complain. So when I say we need to engage them, is that we need to play in the right way, create chances, try to score goals, because at the end, if you score goals, also, you know, the mood change for everyone.
Have you spoken to the players about engaging with the fans specifically? Is this something you've taken them aside to speak to?
Since day one, and I also said to you that since day one, for me, the fans, they are very important. Us with the fans, we are even better. Most of the game at home, the fans, they have been top, fantastic, supporting the team, help us. In some games, happen in some moment, like the last one, they were not happy. So we have to be good enough to engage them again.
Thank you, Peter. Do we have any questions from our visiting media? No? Okay.
Thanks,
everyone.
Thank you.